serious question.
Did you overflow the bottle?
Yes. And now I have piss all over the floor in my basement. This is full block, and like this is fucking overflowing, and there's piss all over my floor. Fudge is looking at me like, you shouldn't do that. And this motherfucker pisses in his cage. You know what I'm going to do?
What?
I'm going to pull the rug on top of it. Oh, I pissed on last week's notes, too. There's a lot of piss here. This is bad. That's a lot of piss. Oh, I pissed on my fucking pants, too. Jesus Christ almighty. I pissed a lot. I didn't think it was going to overflow the bottle, Vic. Oh, fuck.
How big of a bottle was this?
I mean, it was a Red's bottle.
I mean, okay. So like 16 ounces?
Let me see.
12 ounces?
I don't know. What's the regular bottle?
I don't know, but I just fucking had a heart attack from laughing.
I don't know, man. I can't read right now. I'm having a hard time. I can't believe that fucking... and it didn't just overflow by a little bit, either. It was like a lot. There's like a huge puddle on my floor. I mean, what are you going to do at that point, you know? Because I can't stop it. You got a free flow.
Oh, my God. Oh, I mean...
Smells like piss in here. Vic, next time you're over, I'll show you the bottle full of piss, and you'll believe me. Hopefully the fucking piss bottle will be gone by then.
Are you going to keep the bottle until I come back over?
Yeah, it's in the trash, sitting there, a full bottle. Like, and when I say full, I mean to the top. Oh, my God, that's a piss. Jesus
Whatever
Christ.
happened to pissing on bushes like a normal human being?
Well, I'm in the basement like a fucking heathen. That is a lot of piss. I need to throw a towel or something.
Dude, just have Fudge look it up.
He won't. He's just sitting in the chair like dumbfounded. That's a lot of piss. Throwing a towel on it. Go ahead.
I have no idea where I was at, but I give it like, man, I'm torn.
Yeah, pickaxe.
I'm torn on what my grade. I still I keep going between 3 and 3.5.
Really?
Yeah, I do. And God, I got to go with the 3. That's my final answer. 3 out of 4.
I was kind of debating Jesus, that's a lot of piss. Anyway, I was kind of debating what to give this. I told you this, that I was having a hard time, deciding what it was. And at the end of the day, Vic, this is one of the greatest slashers of all time. I think the Miner was one of the coolest characters ever. You have to agree? I mean,
yes.
His look, his sound, his weapon of choice, his kills. And you see, the problem, I think, Vic, I think you would have a higher rating had you seen it in its uncut glory. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're probably correct.
If you could have seen these kills, God, they're fucking brutal, Vic. They're fucking amazing. You would agree with me. This motherfucker gets the 4 pickaxe-shaped machetes out of 4. This fucking movie is just about perfect. And, I didn't hate the characters. They were good. The Miner was badass. They should have fucking made sequels to this movie. They never did. And, Vic, the only thing that I would say that's wrong with this movie, because, you find out Harry Warden's been dead 5 fucking years, right?
Yeah.
You know what I think the problem with this movie was?
What's that?
And the only problem, I think Harry Warden should have been the killer. Then you could have done some sequels.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. I agree 100%.
And but I still think this movie's fucking great. I think it's one of the best slashers of the 80s. I think it's a fucking amazing movie. And again, Vic, I really do. I mean, I could see your point, but you really have to see the uncut version to understand how good this movie is. To see, like, the fucking pickaxe for the eyeball, the fucking chick in the dryer, and all those things that were uncut. And I would agree with you. I have a version that is cut, and it's not as good or nearly as good. But once you see the uncut version, you completely change your opinion. This movie is just absolutely perfect. I love this movie. I need to watch it every single year in February. It's goddamn perfection. But again, I think the only problem with it is that Harry Warden should be the killer, and then we could have got some sequels. It still weirds me out that we never got a sequel to this movie, Vic. We got a remake instead.
Yeah, I really don't know why. I mean, but what did it make? Like, what did you say, like $5 million?
Yeah, I mean, it made a couple million if you look at the budget.
Yeah, so maybe that's why. I don't know. But
the director didn't throw out a sequel idea until the 2000s, and by that point, it was far, too long in the future, and, they didn't want to do sequels, they wanted to do fucking remakes, but, I love this movie, man. The fucking kills are genius. I think the miner is fucking great. He's like Darth Vader with a fucking pickaxe. I think this movie's fucking... Dude, I just love this movie. I really do. And I think it's one of those movies. It also got raped by the MPAA, just like Friday the 13th Part 2. Fuck, Vic. I love this movie. The body count's 12. Pretty good body count for a slasher in the 80s. I'd say early 80s especially. And despite the fact that I'm slurring, Vic, I went back and forth between 3.5 and 4. I like this movie better than The Burning. I like this movie better than most standalone slashers that are out there. I like it better than Madman and a bunch of others. I think My Bloody Valentine is one of the best slashers ever, and I'm serious with that.
You don't honestly like it better than The Burning?
I do.
No, you don't.
I do, because The Burning, we talked about this movie. The Burning was a lot of filler and a lot of boring shit, but this movie, The Burning was all about the raft scene. This movie gets a lot of it throughout, and again, you have to see the uncut version to really know what I'm talking about.
Yep. So whenever I come over again, we'll go watch the uncut, and then we'll redo a show, and I'll give my new rating. Now,
I will tell you this: between Cropsey and the miner, who's the better killer? I mean, that's good. That's debatable. But the movie itself, I think this movie's better. You get what I'm saying?
I got you.
I mean, I think. I don't know. I think Harry Warden's a badass backstory. The problem is that it's not Harry Warden as the killer, And I think the motive for Axel is pretty stupid. That's the only problem.
Yeah, I agree.
But, good stuff. But, it is what it is. And I think at this point, once the movie ends, we get the nice ballad of Harry Warden. And, Vic, I think now's a good time to maybe play that.
All right, let's see if I can find it real quick. Hold on.
All right.
Once upon a time, on a sad Valentine, in a place known as Hanniger Mine, a legend began. Every woman and man would always remember the time, and those who remained were never the same. You could see the fear in their eyes. Once every year, as the 14th draws near, there's a hush all over the town. For the legend, they say, on a Valentine's Day is a curse that'll live on and on, and no one will know as the years come and go of the horror from long time ago. 20 years came and went, and everyone spent the 14th in quiet regret. And those still alive know the secret survives in the darkness that looms in the night. For the legend, they say, on a Valentine's Day is a curse that'll live on, and no one will know as the years come and go of the horror from long time ago. In this little town, when the 14th comes round, there's a silence and fear in the air. Remember the morn that the legend was born, all the shock and the horror was there. Oh, the legend they say on a Valentine's Day is a curse that'll live on and on, and no one will know as the years come and go of the horror from long time ago, and no one will know as the years come and go of the horror from long time ago.
And that was the awesome song in the ending credits. The Ballad of Harry Warden. And Vic, I don't know if you were successful in getting our hopeful guest John McDermott on the line yet. Vic's working on it. Anyway, that plays at the end credits, and I think it's completely appropriate. There's something about it, even though it's like a really good song, at the same time it's really kind of creepy when you think about it, what it's about. It kind of goes along with any ghost story. God, man, I just love this movie. I mean, I don't know what everybody else thinks about slashers. Email us, T&V Horror, I think is what our email address is. I could be wrong. Maybe Trav and Vic at TravandVicHorror@gmail.com. I apologize.
Hey, it's TNVHorror@gmail.com.
I was trying.
But anyway, he's not answering. I'm still trying to give him a call, so just keep rambling.
All right. Well, anyway, like I said, this movie, again, 6.2 on IMDb. You got the Ballad of Harry Warden to finish this bad boy off, and I love the way it finishes. I love this movie. Again, Vic gives it 3 out of 4. I give it 4 out of 4. I think this movie is a perfect 1980s slasher. And I wanted to say I love the 80s slashers, but at the same time, I don't want to give too much props to the 80s just because it's the 80s, even though I was a child of the 80s. I think what's great about this one is that you have a completely unique character. You have a completely unique weapon. It's not a chainsaw. It's not a machete. It's not claw hands. It's completely different. Nobody had ever used a pickaxe before. Although Jason did catch a pickaxe in the shoulder, I believe. Or maybe Amy Steele did. I don't know if you remember that, Vic, in Friday the 13th Part 2. Anyway, that pickaxe was a pretty brutal weapon. And, I thought the miner was just badass. I thought he looked cool, and it just surprised me that there weren't legs to this. A lot of weird slashers got sequels, and this one didn't. And I find that kind of odd, certain movies get sequels, and this one didn't. Nothing against Phantasm or some of the others in the 80s, but, a lot of movies got so many sequels that maybe didn't need them or deserve them. Like Hellraiser, they got 800 sequels for no reason. So, I don't know, man. It just surprises me, the movie like The Burning or My Bloody Valentine did not get sequels, and yet their quality is a lot better than some of those others. Just, My Children of the Corn, Leprechaun, all those movies didn't get sequels. So, it just kind of surprises me when you look back at history of horror movies. Vic, you gave it a shot. I don't know if you're still there. Vic's still working on getting our guest in. The man who sang the Ballad of Harry Warden, and you guys can find that actually on YouTube. Amazing song. It's kind of like a folksy song, but at the same time, it's if you listen to the lyrics, it's kind of creepy because it talks about pretty much the backstory of the Ballad of Harry Warden, and just good stuff. But, again, I think the only problem with this movie is that Harry Warden was not the killer. I think it was something that they missed out on. And, again, we'll talk about the remake next week, so I don't want to spoil that. Again, My Bloody Valentine 3D is the topic of conversation next week, starring a lot of people, and most importantly, Tom Atkins, the man himself from Halloween 3, The Fog, and many, many other great movies like Night of the Creeps. So it should be fun. Looking forward to the conversation. I think it'll be a great one. And, we just keep doing our thing here, and we'll see if we can get any guests. We're trying to work on a guest right now. I don't know if Vic's able to pull it off. I thought I had locked it in, but, that's how it goes sometimes.
He's on